If your cauliflower keeps getting chewed up, crowded out, or growing like it has lost the will to thrive, the problem might not be your cauliflower. It might be the company it keeps. Because cauliflower is a little fussy. It wants good soil, steady moisture, cool weather, and neighbors that do not steal all the nutrients, invite every pest in the county, or turn the bed into a leafy traffic jam. In this video, we're covering the best cauliflower companion plants, what companion planting actually means, which plants help cauliflower grow better, which ones to avoid, and a simple full plan for what to plant, when to plant it, and how to build a cauliflower bed that works like a tiny vegetable dream team. So if you want fewer pests, better spacing, smarter planting, and cauliflower that actually looks like cauliflower instead of a sad science experiment, this one is for you. And if you want help planning your bed, spotting pest damage, or figuring out what is making your cauliflower so dramatic, the Strong Echo AI gardening app has your back. You can grow it. Chapter 1. What are companion plants? Companion plants are plants that help each other when grown close together. Some repel pests. Some attract beneficial insects. Some grow quickly and make good use of empty space. Some help shade the soil. And some simply do not compete too much, which honestly is a beautiful quality in a garden and in life. With cauliflower, companion planting matters because cauliflower can be a bit high maintenance. It is a heavy feeder. It takes up space, and it attracts pests like cabbage worms, aphids, and other tiny gremlins that wake up and choose violence. The right companion plants can help protect your cauliflower, make the bed more productive, and give you a better harvest without turning the whole thing into chaos. The wrong companion plants can compete for nutrients, crowd the roots, attract the same pests, or just make the whole bed unnecessarily stressful. Chapter 2. Why cauliflower needs good plant friends. Cauliflower is not exactly the easiest crop in the garden. It wants rich soil, consistent watering, and cool conditions. It is basically the diva of the brassica family. Beautiful, impressive, and just a little bit demanding. It also sits in the bed for quite a while, which means pests have plenty of time to notice it and start making plans. That is why cauliflower does best with companion plants that either help repel pests, improve space usage, or bring beneficial insects into the area. You want plant friends that are useful, helpful, supportive. The kind of neighbors who water your plants when you are away, not the ones who borrow nutrients and leave aphids behind. Good companion planting will not magically solve every cauliflower problem, but it can absolutely make the whole bed easier to manage. And if your cauliflower looks stressed, stunted, or generally offended by life, the Strong Echo AI gardening app can help you figure out whether the issue is pests, spacing, timing, or something else entirely. Chapter 3. Best companion plants for cauliflower. Let's start with the all-stars. First up, onions. Onions are great near cauliflower because they stay relatively compact, do not hog too much space, and their strong smell may help confuse certain pests. Same goes for garlic. Tiny plant, big attitude. We respect it. Lettuce is another excellent companion. It grows fast, stays low, and can make good use of the space around cauliflower while the bigger plants are still getting established. It is like getting a bonus crop without causing a scene. Spinach also works well. It enjoys similar cool conditions and can help fill in space nicely without becoming a nutrient thief. Beets are often a good match too, because most of their action is happening underground, while the cauliflower is focused on making those big, leafy heads up top. Different jobs, same team. Celery can also work well with cauliflower because it likes similar moisture and can fit into a mixed bed without too much drama. Then we have herbs and flowers, which is where things get fun. Dill, thyme, sage, rosemary, and chamomile can all be useful nearby. They help create a more pest-confusing environment and attract beneficial insects. And nasturtiums are especially helpful because they can act like a trap crop for aphids. Basically, they are the friend who distracts the chaos so your cauliflower can focus. Marigolds are another classic option. Bright, useful, and they make the whole bed look like it has its life together. So if you want the dream team, think alliums, leafy greens, a few roots, smart herbs, and a couple of flowers that know how to multitask. Chapter 4. Best herbs and flowers to plant with cauliflower. Now let's zoom in on herbs and flowers, because these can make a huge difference around cauliflower. Dill is fantastic because it attracts beneficial insects like hoverflies and parasitic wasps. Tiny little pest-fighting bodyguards. Exactly what we want. Thyme stays low, smells great, and does not compete much. It is one of those quiet overachievers that just makes the whole bed better. Rosemary and sage bring those strong scents that may help confuse pests that are trying to zero in on your brassicas. Chamomile is another lovely option. It attracts beneficial insects, looks great, and makes the whole bed feel a little more intentional. Suddenly, it is not just vegetables. It is a lifestyle. And then there is nasturtium. Beautiful, edible, and useful. It can help pull aphids away from your cauliflower while making the bed look like you definitely know what you are doing. Marigolds are a classic too. Great color, helpful for pollinators, and generally strong team player energy. If your cauliflower bed starts looking like a cottage garden with excellent pest management, you are doing something right. And if you are wondering which herbs and flowers make the most sense for your climate and space, the Strong Echo AI gardening app can help you choose the best options without the guesswork. Chapter 5. What not to plant with cauliflower. Now let's talk about the bad influences. First, avoid planting cauliflower too close to other brassicas if you can. That means cabbage, broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, and similar crops. They attract the same pests, need similar nutrients, and can turn one tidy bed into a brassica buffet. It is not that they can never be near each other. It is that too many together in one spot is basically an all-inclusive resort for cabbage worms. Next, be careful with heavy feeders like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant. These crops all want rich soil and plenty of resources, and suddenly your bed has too many main characters. Pole beans can also be tricky in some spaces because they may shade the cauliflower too much or compete more than you want, especially in a smaller bed. And strawberries are usually not the best choice nearby either. They can compete for space and do not always play nicely with brassicas. Basically, if a plant wants all the same things as cauliflower and brings all the same problems, maybe do not make them roommates. That is not companion planting. That is organized garden stress. Chapter 6. Common cauliflower companion planting mistakes. This is where a lot of gardeners get a little too excited. Mistake number 1. Planting too close. People hear companion planting and suddenly every inch of soil is packed tighter than an airport carry-on. Cauliflower still needs airflow, root space, and room to form properly. Mistake number 2. Mixing crops with totally different water needs. If one plant wants steady moisture and the other wants to dry out, somebody is going to be miserable. Mistake number 3. Planting aggressive herbs with no control. Mint, I am looking directly at you. That is not companion planting. That is a botanical hostage situation. Mistake number 4. Forgetting timing. Fast-growing crops like lettuce can work beautifully around cauliflower early on, but if you leave everything too long, the bed turns into a full-blown leafy traffic jam. Mistake number 5. Assuming flowers are magic. Yes, some flowers help. No, one marigold is not going to personally wrestle every cabbage worm to the ground. Companion planting works best when the plants fit together in size, timing, and needs. Not just because they look cute in the seed catalog. Chapter 7. Full cauliflower companion planting plan. All right, let's build a cauliflower bed that actually works. Start with rich soil. Cauliflower is hungry. Add compost or well-rotted organic matter before planting so the bed has the nutrients it needs from day one. Plant your cauliflower with enough space so each plant has room to grow. Around 18 to 24 inches apart is a nice safe range, depending on the variety. Yes, that can feel like a lot. No, future you will not regret it. In between or around the cauliflower while it is still young, plant quick growers like lettuce or spinach. These can be harvested before the cauliflower gets big and bossy. Around the edges of the bed, add onions or garlic. They stay fairly tidy, bring those strong scents, and do not crowd the cauliflower too much. Then tuck herbs like thyme, dill, or chamomile into corners or along borders where they can support the bed without shading everything like a dramatic neighbor planting bamboo. At the ends or corners, plant nasturtiums or marigolds to bring in beneficial insects and add a little pest distraction. Now your bed has layers. Big cauliflower in the center, quick greens around it, alliums for pest confusion, herbs for insect support, and flowers for defense and beauty. That is not random planting. That is strategy with style.
Chapter 8. What to plant when with cauliflower. Timing matters because if you plant everything at once with no plan, your bed will get crowded fast. Start cauliflower at the right time for your season. In mini gardens, that means planting for spring or fall because cauliflower loves cool weather and hates heat with a passion. At the same time, you can sow or transplant quick, cool season crops like lettuce and spinach nearby. These will give you an early harvest before the cauliflower takes over. Onions and garlic can usually go in early as well, especially around bed edges where they can establish without interfering. Herbs like dill and chamomile can be added once conditions are right for your area and tucked into the open spaces. Flowers like nasturtiums and marigolds can go in once frost danger has passed, if needed in your climate. The basic idea is simple. Start with cauliflower and the cool season fillers first. Then layer in herbs and flowers as the season allows. Harvest the quick crops early and let the cauliflower take center stage. That way your bed evolves instead of becoming a leafy traffic jam on day one. And if you are not sure when to plant each part of the bed in your local climate, the Strong Echo AI gardening app can help you build a timing plan that actually fits your season. Chapter 9. How to plant it step by step. Here is the simple setup. Prepare the bed with compost and loosen the soil well. Cauliflower likes fertile soil and steady moisture, so do not skip the prep and then act surprised when it gets moody. Plant the cauliflower first, spacing it properly so you are not building a future jungle. Add lettuce or spinach between the plants, but do not overdo it. We are aiming for smart use of space, not vegetable overcrowding. Place onions or garlic around the perimeter or in gaps where they can grow upright without causing trouble. Tuck in herbs like thyme or dill along the edges or corners where they can get enough light and do their helpful little insect support thing. Finish with flowers like nasturtiums or marigolds at the borders or bed ends. Mulch lightly to help conserve moisture and suppress weeds, but do not pile mulch against stems like you are tucking everyone in for the night. Water consistently, monitor for pests, and harvest the quick-growing companions before they start competing too much. The goal is teamwork, not chaos. Chapter 10. Pest tips for cauliflower beds.
Even with great companion plants, cauliflower still attracts pests because apparently being delicious is a crime. Check the leaves regularly for cabbage worms, eggs, aphids, and other tiny garden criminals. Look underneath the leaves too, because pests are sneaky and love a hidden entrance. Use row cover early if pests are a major problem in your area. It is basically witness protection for your cauliflower. If aphids show up, nasturtiums may help draw some of them away, and beneficial insects attracted by your herbs and flowers can help balance things out. Keep the bed tidy, remove badly damaged leaves, and do not let the space become overcrowded and damp. Chapter 11. Cauliflower companion planting mistakes to avoid. Let's recap the big mistakes. Do not crowd the bed. Do not plant cauliflower with too many nutrient-hungry neighbors. Do not fill the space with a giant family reunion of brassicas and then act shocked when pests show up. Do not ignore timing. Do not let your companion plants become competition plants. And do not assume one flower in the corner is going to fix everything while the rest of the bed is in full chaos mode. Companion planting helps a lot, but it works best when you combine it with good soil, smart spacing, regular monitoring, and realistic expectations. Basically, give your cauliflower support, not stress. So if you want the best cauliflower companion plants, keep it simple. Grow cauliflower with useful neighbors like onions, garlic, lettuce, spinach, beets, herbs like dill and thyme, and flowers like nasturtiums and marigolds. Avoid crowding it with too many brassicas or heavy feeders. Plan your timing, and build the bed in layers so every plant has a job. Comment below and tell me what you plant next to cauliflower in your garden, and what your biggest cauliflower problem is too. Pests, tiny heads, bolting, weird leaf drama, bring it on. And if you want help planning your cauliflower bed, choosing companion plants, or identifying pests fast, check out the Strong Echo AI gardening app. You can grow it.